Have you ever checked your change and thought, this is just a boring old coin? Well, what if I told you that the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar coin sitting in someone's drawer right now could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. What most people think is just a plain $1 coin could secretly be a jackpot in disguise. In today's video, we're diving deep into the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar and uncovering how this small piece of metal could turn into big money. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was first introduced in 1979, and it was historic. It became the very first U.S. coin to feature a real woman, Susan B. Anthony, the fearless leader who fought for women's rights. That alone makes the coin unique, but the real excitement comes when you realize just how valuable some of these coins can be. While millions were made, not all of them are the same. Some have special varieties, some have rare mint errors, and some are in such perfect condition that collectors are willing to pay eye-popping amounts of cash for them. Let's start with the basics. The average 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar you find in circulation might only be worth $1. That's not exciting, right? But here's the twist. Rare versions of this coin can sell for hundreds or even thousands. Imagine holding a coin that looks like loose change, but in reality, it's worth more than a brand new iPhone. That's the kind of story behind this coin. One of the most famous varieties is the 1979 P wide rim, or near-date dollar. At first glance, it looks similar to the normal version, but the difference lies in the rim. The wide rim coin has a much thicker border, and the date sits closer to the edge. This little design quirk has turned it into a collector's favorite. While the normal coin might sell for a couple of bucks, the wide rim variety can go for $100, $300, or even $600 depending on its condition. And if you find one in pristine mint state, it could soar even higher into the thousands. Now let's talk about proofs, because this is where the money really gets interesting. Proof coins are specially made for collectors. They have sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. In 1979, the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, and they came in two varieties, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1 has a filled-in S mint mark, while Type 2 has a clear, sharp S. That Type 2 is the rare gem. Collectors go wild for it, and these coins often sell for $500 to over $1,000 depending on grade. Imagine a coin worth $1,000 just because of how the S mint mark looks. That's why people never get bored with collecting. Little details can mean huge profits. And then, there are the errors. Oh yes, error coins are like lottery tickets for collectors. In 1979, mistakes happened during minting, and those mistakes can make your coin worth serious money. Some coins were struck off-center, some were double-struck, and some even ended up on the wrong planchet, like being struck on a dime blank instead of $1. These errors are extremely rare, but when they pop up, they can sell for $1,000, $2,000, or even more. Imagine flipping through your coin jar and finding an off-center Susan B. Anthony dollar that someone overlooked. It could pay for a vacation. But here's something most people don't realize. Condition is everything. If your 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar has been bouncing around in change for decades, it's probably not worth more than face value. But if you've got one that looks untouched, sharp, and shiny, that's where the money lies. Coins graded mint state 67 or higher are incredibly rare. For example, a 1979 wide rim Susan B. Anthony dollar graded MS68 has been known to sell for over $2,000 to $3,000 at auctions. That's right, thousands of dollars for what most people think is just a dollar coin. And here's the kicker, you could actually find these coins today. Because they weren't popular when they were released, many people saved them or tossed them aside. That means jars, drawers, and old collections could still be hiding valuable treasures. Think about it. Someone could have an old coin set in their attic, not realizing that one of the coins inside could pay for a semester of college or cover a month's rent. That's why collectors always say, check your change. The story of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is actually kind of ironic. When it first came out, people hated it. They said it was too small, too close in size to the quarter, and just plain confusing. The coin was seen as a failure. But now, decades later, that same coin is being hunted by collectors everywhere. What was once ignored has turned into a valuable piece of history. It shows how time can transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. So, what should you do if you come across a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar? First, check the mint mark. If it has a P, look carefully at the rim and date. Is it the wide rim variety? If so, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds or more. If it has an S mint mark, look closely at the shape of the S. If it's the Type 2 with a sharp, clear design, you've got something collectors are willing to pay big money for. And if your coin looks odd, struck off center, or lighter than usual, you might have an error coin, and those are the jackpot finds.